A very good morning and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. You continue to take a look on what's happening in the nation Zimbabwe. Without fear, without favor. So we are taking a look onto what Mnangagwa has reported about. This is something very critical. He says at Precab Farm, they're harvesting an average of 7.6 tons per hectare, with their best blocks having recorded 9.3 tons per hectare. So taking a look onto this post by Mnangagwa, we can make a conclusion that if they know the gains of farming, why is this government failing to introduce the same, especially in the rural areas where a lot of poverty is thriving? Why is it that they are not introducing these initiatives to the most vulnerable people? I want to give you an example of Mwenezi. Mwenezi people, they can use irrigation. We have Tokwem Kosi Dam. Tokwem Kosi Dam is the water is just seated there. Nothing is happening. What they're actually planning is to take that water and supply it to Mozambique. But the people in the regions, Chivi, Mwenezi, these are the people who are not benefiting from that water immensely. So just imagine that they give these people irrigation water, and these people, most of them, they have around 4 hectares of land. So imagine if you have a piece of land which is 4 hectares and you are getting 7.6 tons. What are you going to get in return is something like which is quite reasonable, because we are calculating and say it's 7.6 tons per hectare. Then you multiply by 4. That is an average of around 30.4 tons, which you are going to get. Then if you multiply by 520, which was the price for the last season, you'd see that on average you're going to get around 15,000. So we can round it to 16,000 United States dollars in that season alone. Imagine if I'm sitting at my 4-hectare piece of land and I get 15,000 or 16,000 United States dollars. Then I remove costs. Even if costs goes up to 6,000 US, I remain with 10,000 profit. Imagine, guys, could a situation where even if I'm left with 5,000 US in my pocket, knowing I will be able to do a lot of things for my kids, because remember, I will be doing farming almost throughout the year using irrigation, which means soon after harvesting wheat, then we go on to the summer crop, then takwisa or any other thing, then we talk our food. So this is empowerment. But this government is running around doing all other things, trying to put mitigatory measures, but they can't bring sustainable plans to make sure that people are out of poverty. If you go to Mwenezi, they are bringing what they are calling investors. Irrigations. These are individuals, and they have a plan of grabbing land. If you have 4 hectares, they will grab the bigger part of your land. They will not only grab, but they will relocate you to another piece of land. You have been there for 10 years. You have been there for 13 years. You have been doing a lot of activity at your place. Then you are evicted from that place without compensation, and you are given a 0.5 hectare or a 1 hectare piece of land. What are you going to use that piece of land for? So this government, it shows they are not engaging into partnerships which will make the people of Zimbabwe benefit. You know, they can for around 125 million, they can install a pipeline in Obatsiravano, Mwenezi, and Chiredzi South. The other part of Mwenezi and Chiredzi South, for 125 million, they can install a pipeline in Obatsira in terms of irrigation purposes. You know, vanhu ivavavo vave changed totally. What it means is you have guaranteed their food security, you have guaranteed their prosperity, you have guaranteed their success in their respective areas, because these are people who are hard workers. You have created jobs because they will be working together with their families and they will be getting something from that. Which means if I get 10,000 profit, this is the money which is seated right there within my family. So we have been talking about these issues, but we simply talk and these people do not even care or mind about these issues. So when they post things like this, like what Nick Mangwana is saying, they forget that there are activities which can make people have sustainable lives, but they do not care. So this is it, Team Zimbabwe. Let us meet another episode.